am a pastor of my own church that I started back in 1987. Yes, 1987, yeah. I was an assistant pastor at the Community Baptist Church of Love, outreach pastor for about 10 years. I've been serving the Lord since the age of 17. I met Christ as my Savior in my room. I was a very depressed child growing up. I even tried to think about committing suicide at the age of 16, 15. Although I went to church every Sunday, but I was a depressed child because I had not had a personal encounter with the Lord Jesus Christ. I met Jesus in my room in a spiritual sense. And the next week I was already preaching and ministering to so many young people. I used to use sports as a means of reaching young people. I met a man named Dr. Dean Trelaire, a professor of Howard University, that kind of ministered to me and helped me. And I began to minister to a lot. I use the term minister means serve a lot of young people to keep them out of the negativity of life. I did softball for years with a team called the Crash Crew. We did the McDuffie squad ministry. I did so many things because I felt that because I had an encounter with Christ, I wanted to give it to so many other people. I've been doing that since the age of 17. I'm 56 years old today. I'll be 57 July 29th next year. I am married to Jamie this Wednesday, 21 years. I have a 36-year-old son. I have an 18-year-old daughter, freshman at Montclair University. Amen. And I have 2 pet dogs I love so much. I take care of my mother and my father. My father is a 2-time cancer survivor. My mother and father owns a house in Paterson that's been paid off for years. I live in that house, and I also have an outreach center down by Weehawken, New Jersey, by the Hudson River. I do a ministry in Hudson River. I do a ministry in Paterson. I'm also working as a volunteer chaplain for the police department. I work along with the sheriff boys. I'm also inside the court system. My cousin, Kevin McDuffie, is a judge. Many young folks who don't hear me in the classroom, sometimes you hear me in front of the judge because you won't listen. I'm also a teacher at Silk City High School, where Principal Moody is the principal, and Principal Sumter. And some of you might end up at this school. I might be seeing you later on after this. So I've been doing a lot in the city of Paterson. I bought a college here, Pillar College here in Paterson. I do all types of programs called the Iron Initiative. I try to do stuff to keep you on the serious tip of being committed to the things of the kingdom. Because I'm a firm believer that many of you are going to end up taking care of me one day. Because I'm going to get older and you're going to be the leaders. And my job is to stir in you a sense of understanding who you are and that life is changing fast. So when I ask you who you are, I'm asking because I want to know who you are outside of this wall, outside these walls. Because one day you'll see me again, whether at a basketball game, football game, whether in the street, you'll see me shopping. Say, oh, that's the McDuffie guy. Because you're going to know me because I wear braids. How many pastors you know wear braids? 6'5". You know, so that's the black guy with the braids in his hair. That's people always call me Rev. They say, how you see Reverend McDuffie? And they say, who is he? He's a tall guy. He got braids in his hair. And that became my trademark. I was wearing braids since 1988, right?
Telling me like I'm supposed to know.
Yeah, I know. Don't be funny. And so I was wearing it when it wasn't even popular. I mean, people started wearing it, and people call me Kyrie and all that stuff. But I've got used to the names and stuff. Do it again. Yeah. I get that too. Yes. And also that I used to play for Knicks.
What about Kawhi Leonard?
All the time.
Latrell Sprewell.
Latrell Sprewell was when I used to be at an airport and they used to walk up to me, give me autographs. I said, I'll sign it. I'm Michael McDuffie. He said, who's this? I said, I'm not Latrell Sprewell. They go, sure. so it's been quite an experience. So that's me. Let me hear from some of you who you are, how old you are, what school you are. I want to hear who you are and what you plan to do with your life. All right, because many of you ages here, like from what, 13 up? Who's the youngest? 12, 13, who's 12? Anybody? 13. All right, 13. 14, raise your hand. All right, 15. 16.
Oh, no, not 16, 15.
You're thinking, okay, so everything stops at 15, 16, no, 17, no, right? All right, 17 here, okay. All right, good. You okay, man? You got some sleep? You all right, man? You can stay with me? All right, cool. All right. So let's start with my brother here with the red hat, and let's go around. Tell me who you are, where you plan to go in your future. Let me hear that. And I'm going to type all this into my story on the board. I want you to take some good notes, and we're going to talk about some things. And I want to help you get some goals, and I want to hold you accountable to those goals. And then prayerfully, I'm going to get with this department to find out what school you're at and follow up. My sister is coming also, Reverend Marcus Devlin. Some of y'all may know Reverend Marcus. Yes, Reverend Marcus. Yeah, y'all know Reverend Marcus. He on his way. I know y'all know Reverend Marcus. That's my assistant. He worked at School 30 in Don Bosco. He's done so many things, and he's a great guy. Y'all know he's a great guy. He gives out of his pocket, help you so much. So he's coming. All right, so I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get started. So when he comes, I'm gonna let him do what he got to do. Go ahead, my brother.
My name is Quan. I go to New Roberto Clemente.
Okay, who's the principal there? Montez?
Mr. Rodriguez.
Mr.
Yeah, we got the principal now.
Okay. Okay, what you plan to do?
A basketball player.
Basketball. And if you hurt your knee and can't play, what you gonna do?
Dang, football. No, I can't do football.
Huh? I'm listening. What's my question? If you hurt your knee and you can't play, what's plan B?
I won't be hurt, so I don't know.
Oh, we gotta talk about that. All right, I can give you any story about people who plan to do this, and something happened that had to change. All right, you talk about that. Go ahead, son.
My name is yeah, I'm 15 years old.
Okay.
And I go to New Roberto Clemente. And I want to be a basketball player.
Okay, sport number 2. Okay, you hurt your knee, you can't play. What you do next? Work at a restaurant. Okay, all right.
Not no fast food, but
Okay.
Yeah, I is you, dude.
Right now, the restaurants not paying bad, man. That money going up, the minimum wage going $9, $10 an hour. That's not bad, even though that's not enough to make it to pay no rent, but at least it gives you something. So you got sports again, and if you hurt yourself, you're gonna work in a restaurant.
not no fast food.
Not a restaurant, a high class restaurant. Okay, I want you to watch your words. That's your word you just told me. I want to work in a restaurant. I want you to hear what you just told me. All right, remember that. Okay, go ahead, son.
My name is Zion. I go to school 13. Yeah, 13. I want to be a
Football player. Okay, hurt your knee. What you gonna do?
I want to be a dentist.
Dentist. Okay.
You
All right. Zion, how many books you read when it comes to dentistry in the last 4 or 5 weeks? Okay, I got you. Have you ever visited a dentist's office besides having to go to one, sitting there to see what the dentist do? Okay, got you. I'm making a point. You see the point I'm making? All right. So dentist is really not top on your chart, is it? Okay. All right. I'm showing y'all something. I'm doing all this. All right. Go ahead, son.
My name is Marquise. I've been to school 26, 13, and I want to be a basketball player.
Basketball player. Okay, so we got all 4 sports here. Sports. All right, you heard your knee. What you gonna do?
Be a coach, basketball coach.
Basketball coach. Okay, I got you. All right, okay, that's cool. All right, go ahead.
My name is I go to school 13. I want to be a basketball player.
Basketball player. Okay, so we got 5 basketball players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heard your knee. What you gonna do?
Work as a mechanic.
Work as a mechanic. Okay, so we got work as a mechanic, work in the restaurant, dentist, but you have not spent any time in the dentist's office. All right. I'm listening to what all you're saying. I'm listening. All right, you with me, girl? I ain't standing up here, right? You good? Okay. All right, so what else? So working as a mechanic. And what you, basketball. Okay, you got a jumper, dunk, what you got? Defensive special, what's your special? What? You dunk, you got hops. Okay, all right, cool. All right, go ahead, my brother.
My name is Bar.
What school?
I go to Tech.
Okay. You know, everybody can't get in that school. You know that, right? Wow.
I want to be a basketball player, but if I get hurt, I want to be an automotive technician.
Okay, automotive technician. I like that. That's cool. You like cars? Could you
That's
fix?
what I go to school for.
You can fix cars now, like change the oil and do all that stuff. You better than me. All right. That's cool. And why do you feel your game's so sharp? Talk to me. I want to ask you that. You're real bold. You say you got game. So why you feel you got game?
It's like nobody can call me.
I like that.
You can't call me.
Oh no, I like give me the confidence. I like that. What happened? Your best game. Describe your best game to me.
Intense.
Okay.
Versus him.
Really?
Not even. You just like bopping them that way.
I just be bopping.
You bopping? All right, that's cool. All right. How about you, son?
My name is Walt. I go to
you want to go military? Army? Or Navy? What you want to do? Marine. Wow. Are you working out now? Do you do push-ups?
No.
No. Do you run track? Do you stretch? Do you smoke cigarettes? Do you vape? Okay. All right. But you want to be a Marine, all right? Listen. Now, I want y'all to listen to the words you say, because I'm going to challenge you to what you say versus what you do. You just told me you want to be a Marine, but you don't work out, you don't do no push-ups, right? Do you eat fruits and vegetables every day? Do you eat 4 to 6 servings of fruits and vegetables every day? Okay, I got you. All right. All right. We're going to talk about all this stuff, I hope, when we get to this stuff. All right, go. All right, go ahead. Basketball player. God, we got basketball. Sports. Okay, go right ahead. And now you heard yourself what? You don't know? You don't know yet? Okay. All right. I'm glad you're honest. Okay. All right. Go ahead, son.
My name is Richard.
Richard,
I go to PV.
go ahead.
I want to be a race car driver.
A race car driver. Wow. NASCAR, huh? Okay. And suppose your car does not get chosen for the race, what you gonna do after that? What else you got?
Get another car.
Get another car. Okay. It's a race car driver. Okay. So we got all sports. That's including sports.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. All right. Go right ahead. You Spanish? Oh. You understand?
Let me translate for her.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Okay.
What the question is?
The question is, what you going to do with her future in life?
¿Cuáles son los planes tuyos para el futuro? ¿Qué tú quieres hacer? She wants to study system engineering.
Ooh, that's good.
Está bien.
Smart. We're going to talk with some people later to help you get that.
Él dice que va a hablar con usted y otra persona para que te ayude con eso.
Okay? See. Okay. All right. Go ahead. That's a little Spanish. Go ahead. A lawyer. Wow. Do you read a lot now? Somewhat. Do you watch a lot of TV programs about being a lawyer? Okay. Okay. Want y'all to get this. You plan to be a lawyer, you gotta read a lot of what? A lot of books. Gotta study. 4 years of law. I think 4 years of understudy or undergrad. You gotta do some understudy. So we'll be ready to study. Alright? How you say your name again?
That's 8 years.
Deny
8
it?
years of work, and you
All right,
never
no,
even
you-
get the job.
Are you related to Gwen? No? Aunt Gwen? Huh? Is that your aunt? Who's your mother? What's your mother's name? I think I know your whole family. I think you're coming to my church, if I'm correct or not. Reverend McDuffie, I think I know. Mighty Sons of God Church. I started in 1990.
What is that?
Right now it's on 23rd Street. I'm waiting for a building to open up between 10th and 9th Ave with my mother and father's living room. We hang out by the Ave, on 10th Ave, by the 10th Ave spot. Okay, all right. All right.
You be with us every day.
I be with her every day. His father brings his dad.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, okay, stay focused. Okay, go ahead, right ahead. Jay, what you plan to do? Genesis.
I'm not breaking more schools.
You must be 21, go ahead. You'll be a traveler. What is that? Explain it. We're going around the world. So you're gonna be like, what they call that when they book trips? What they call that?
Explorer.
Explorer? That's what they call that?
No,
A tourist? What?
no,
You-
no. It's something.
An adventure.
Adventure?
I'm telling you.
Do they pay you to do that job?
No.
So how you plan to make your money? We didn't plan it out yet. Not yet, okay. You get a job, all right, so you're gonna get a job, right? As a flight attendant. All right, okay, that's good, flight attendant. Okay, okay. I want you to hear what you're saying to me. I want you to see what you're saying to each other. I want to show you something. I hope to awaken your conscience, to your consciousness. All right, go ahead.
My name is go to school 21, 18, and I want to be an engineer actor.
Engineer actor. Wow, that's good. Engineer. We're ready to study. Acting, you got to really grind. Everybody trying to be an actor. You know, were you in did you try for the movie in Paterson?
It's right there.
West Side Story? They're filming a movie now at the Church of Love building on Broadway and 23rd Street. Whoever heard the actor Seth, what's that guy named? Seth, really again?
Seth makes something.
Seth Gorgon? What's his name? That's his name. He's a popular actor in a lot of movies. He's right now on Broadway and 23rd Street filming a movie inside that building. You ever want to go by there? They're doing a major movie inside the building. They redid the whole inside. Yeah, so these are places you got to go to try to become an extra. You know what I'm saying?
Extra real value.
Yeah. Extras pay $120 a day if you go sit in the movie. Like you walking by, see people. Sometimes you see movies, people walking by. All of them getting paid. I used to be a movie extra. Go to New York, get there 6 a.m. in the morning, have to work all day to 6 p.m. Sometimes you can go to 11 o'clock and you may get paid $150, $175.
They give it to you the same day?
Yeah, because they're paying for the whole day. I was in the movie where Denzel Washington take him up the pail of 1, 2, and 3. Actually, Denzel Washington actually shot over the top of my car. I was sitting in the car. He was shooting in the movie scene over the top of my car. It's pretty cool thing. It's nice. All right, go ahead. Y'all listening? Go ahead.
I go to school 21, I'm 14, and I want to go to the hair.
To the where?
To do hair.
Do hair, all right. Do hair or own your own salon.
Yeah.
You're the first one to say that. I like to hear the term own. I like that. That's very smart. Not work in it. You want to own it. Okay. I want to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about that. What I want you to do here, I want you to see this board. I told you to draw this picture. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to relate this to many of you in this room. I will open up the discussion. I'm not going to do all the speaking and teaching, but I do ask you one thing. Don't speak when I'm speaking. Let's make it open, because when you do side conversations, I may want to hear some stuff that you share, because I'm learning from you like you're learning from me. And my job here is to empower you, give you more positive lease on life, and try to help you stay positive so that we can break some cycles, and so that some things that you are maybe struggling with or going through, you'll be able to be awakened to it. Okay? Now, I have a 18-year-old daughter. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I like leadership like that. I have an 18-year-old daughter who I love so much. And y'all got to pray for me, because I'm still not used to her being in college, because I was with her every day, and now she's in college, and there's a little space between us.
It's not me, in case y'all wondering.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
her.
almost 30.
It's my daughter's McDuffie. She's not here. But I'm getting used to her being away from me, but I've been struggling with that because I'm protecting my daughter all the time. And I kind of told her that when she finally get involved with a guy, he got to do her better than I treat her. If I don't punch you, if I don't kick you, if I don't curse you out, then you don't deal with any brothers that do that. If I open the door to your door, you get in the car, they're going to do the same thing, because the example of what you're going to do is based on a relationship with your dad or your father. If any of you in this room suffering because you have no relationship with your father and your dad, that's a big problem. And they will be your first teacher, your first instructors, and you didn't have that, so you're trying to struggle and find out who that person is. That's why I'm giving you this story. This story called Cinderella. This is in my book I've been having, that's coming out. Should have been out last year, but there's been some struggles, but I'm fighting to get this book completed. I got a book coming out called 177 Laws of Might. I wrote a book about 177 laws you can practice to make yourself prosperous. And it's really a good book to read. And one of the stories I talk about is Cinderella. Someone tell me in your own mind, give me your understanding of the story of Cinderella. Anybody? Talk to me. Start first. And whoever missed, jump in. Go.
Her mom died.
Go.
And her father married this evil woman. Then he died, and he had to live with. Then she had to live with her stepmother.
Go ahead.
Stepmother.
What story is that?
Her stepmother. Then her stepmother had two kids.
Twins.
Like 2 kids.
Okay. Keep going. Keep
Had
going.
2 kids. And then he picked out Cinderella since growing up. Then this ball king or prince. She went. Her fairy godmother gave her the dress and shit till midnight.
Keep going. Wherever pieces you missed, y'all fill it in. Go ahead.
Till midnight. She went, she danced with the prince, she got low out the building,
And she lost her
she
shoe.
lost her glass slippers, the prince picked it up. They saw who she was, her stepmother.
All of them. How you know that?
Right, good, good. You gonna add to it? Go.
I just know she a princess and she sleeps in the basement.
All right. Somebody else. Stop right there. Who else want to add to this story? Who else know about this story? Who else know more about this? Go ahead. Y'all listen? Go ahead.
So, stop.
Come on, y'all listen?
I mean, her mom died.
Gentlemen, listen up.
And her father married this old, I'm not old, this new lady. And she poisoned him and he died. And then she got everything he had. And so this ball came and her fairy godmother was like, oh, I'm about to zhuzh you up. So she put this cute dress on her, gave her these nice slippers, did her hair with these animals. And then she turned a bunch of random stuff, like a carriage and stuff. And she went to the ball, and that's how me and Sister was there. So when the clock hit 12, she said, I gotta go. She left. And her shoe came off. And then the princess went around the whole town looking for her. And so once he got to her house, the sister was like, oh, that's nice shoe, that's nice shoe. And then she came downstairs like, what's happening? And she tried to shoe on her, and then he found out it was her, and they got married. I don't know if they had kids.
Anybody have to add to that? Anybody? Now, what I'm going to show you, and this is very important, and I want you to listen to me because I'm going to help you out with this story and open it up to you and put it in the urban edition for Paterson.
No cap, they told me the what's it called, the steps just to cut their toes off, just to try to fit in the black slippers.
Well, I'll tell you this is very important. I'll tell you this. This story, Cinderella, have been told in many different editions. Okay, it's very important to understand this. So many of you are speaking from different editions you saw on TV or in the movies, and it's been told many times. But this story has so much information that deals with the young people in life and so many things that you're going to understand and take with you. My job is to take this story to help you improve in life so that you can be a better basketball player, better baseball player, be an effective lawyer, and stay on your game, because many people got goals in life and dreams and they don't reach them due to them not understanding this story. First of all, and I want you to understand this is Cinderella. This term, cinder, comes from cinder block.
Ashes.
Or ashes, built from ashes. You got that right, all right? So ashes, block, cinder, which means that whatever she go through, this is going to build her up. So many of you in this room, you are a type and shadow of a Cinderella. Not the female, but I'm just talking about the consciousness. That means you got to get built up to go someplace. You don't just jump in and become a LeBron James. You don't just jump in and become a professional lawyer. You got to be built up. You got to deal with falling down and getting up, failing and getting up, missing the mark, say I'm sorry, make changes. You can't stay stuck in your past. See, what happened is Cinderella was as successful as she bounced back, because everybody in the story did this girl wrong. The lady that adopted her was called Aunt Tremaille. She was a control freak. She had her two sisters, half-sisters, who were stuck up, who followed everybody, and didn't have no guts themselves. And all of them did this girl wrong. Who in this room feel that you've been done wrong? Raise your hand. Okay? Put your hand down. Another question. Who in this room feel that your mother or your father have not done you well either, done you right? You feel forsaken by your mom and your dad, or there's no relationship with your dad. Who in this room feel that you and your dad are not close? Okay, I like that. Thank you. Officer, you got his hand too, all right? Thank you. All right. Who in the room feel that you are closer to your mom than your dad?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Who in the room have no relation with their mom? No relation with their mom. Okay, one. Okay, we got two people. Okay. All right. Who in the room feel like you completely by yourself? You feel like none of your parents are there for you. Okay. All right, thank you for being honest. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, who are there closer to their grandmother, grandfather, closer to their mom and dad? Okay, okay, all right. Now, which means this character, Cinderella, really can relate to you. Because in some stories, her real mom died or her parents were killed and her Aunt Tremaine adopted her. So she comes into a dysfunctional family. A dysfunctional family means that everything is not right. Something's off, something's wrong. I grew up in the, I'm a pretty old guy. I grew up in the 60s, all right? And my mom and daddy went to work every day. I got 3 loving brothers. I'm the second oldest. We had homework time. We had 6 o'clock dinner time. We had a curfew in by 10 o'clock. Went to the party over at 12. We had to come right home. My father didn't play. He disciplined us with the belt, straight up. He didn't play, just straight up. We had no typhus telling he couldn't discipline. My father was no joke. He's still alive today, and I take care of him, and I love him to life. So I had a real structure-like family. We had our family problems, but our brothers covered each other, and we were cool, and we checked on each other. And when someone went to jump one of my brothers, all of us went to fight at the same time. That's how we did. It was a unit. Yeah, we did. It was a unit. But I don't know what's going on today in our community, man. Brother killing brother, black folks shooting black people. Worry about the white cop. Are we killing each other, shooting people? KK got shot. I had to be over there outside doing the outreach in KK's thing. I mean, got Brian Tavares shot down, one of my students from my high school program. Got folks shooting, turning guns sideways like this. I mean, you know how to use a gun. Bullets hitting every place. You gotta get trained to carry a gun. There's something wrong. The problem is the family has been dysfunctional. That's what's wrong with Paterson. Paterson, I'm looking for some young brothers to do something positive, and we killing each other. And I get these excuses, well, you're red, my father wasn't there, my father locked up, my father selling drugs. I know, but that don't justify it. We got to get you right so you can reach back and save your father. My eldest son, which is Tawan Torres, 36 years old, his father been on pedo for years. When I met his mom, his father was on drugs, in and out of jail his whole life. I helped raise him as my own son. But you know what? We raised our son Tawan to still respect his dad, even though his dad was on drugs and in and out of jail. When his father came out of jail, Tawan ended up taking care of his own father. Because I understand the power of the dysfunctional family. And some of you are in trouble today because your family is dysfunctional. It's not right. You, the eldest brother, taking care of your 2 little sisters because your mom on crack. You, the eldest sister, taking care of your sister because your father stayed in jail. So you never got to play baseball. You're always doing something. So you mad. You angry. You got all this bitterness. And that affects your schoolwork. That affects your ability to listen to authority. And you find yourself in this dangerous cycle. Welcome to the life of Cinderella, because that's what she's going through. This story is a story of how you bounce back when everybody said you couldn't make it. When they say you're a failure. You're a little darky boy. You're a little light-skinned fat kid. They call you names. And though you got to get up and grind because you want to make it. You want to be that basketball player. You want to be that dentist. You want to be that lawyer. You want to be that positive person. But you got to deal with all this negativity. This is what the story is about. Cinderella is a building block because her mother wants to control her. Her dad got a half-step sister, stuck up, thinks she's fine when she's ugly, but she keeps saying she's fine. And her sister here, she'll follow. Every time someone do something, always following someone. She got no life, always following someone. They got you. Like, I'm going to steal a car. You want to come with me? Yeah. I'm going to smoke a black and mild so I can mess up my lungs. Go with me. Come on. Yeah. Like you don't have no ability to tell someone, listen, I got only 2 lungs, and I'm not going to charcoal black my lungs because I plan to go to the Marines, and I want to be able to take care of my country. See, we don't want to talk about the real issues. So when I ask you these questions, I'll be trying to wake you up and awaken you that you're not going to be young like this forever. And your body is going to begin to move towards the aging process. And you got to be able to put things in your body that prepares you for the NBA, prepares you for the NFL. Now, let me ask you a question before we move from this point. Who makes more money? A basketball player or an investor? Talk to me. Who? Why you say that? Why? Talk to me. You got to find it out someplace. You just didn't throw that out. Why you say that?
I'm trying to think.
Remember what an investor is? What's an investor?
Someone who invests in business and stuff.
That's smart. Go ahead, son.
An investor. Because they can buy one business, get money off that, buy another one, and then they can have two businesses. While one player is
Could get her and just
making.
could get her and his co-career.
That's good, and it's good talk. It's good talk. Let me ask you a question. Who's Michael Jordan?
One of the greatest NBA players of all time.
You know who Michael Jordan is? Okay. How about you, Michael Jordan?
Everybody wearing their sneakers.
Everybody wearing sneakers. All right. How much do you think Michael Jordan is worth? So raise your hand. Talk to me.
1.5 billion.
That's good. Magic Johnson, how much?
Like
More than
that.
Michael Jordan.
No,
He's better than
no,
No,
Michael Jordan's
So I look it up, maybe with Shine to find out on your phone. Who has more money? Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson?
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson owned the whole team.
he quit.
All right, now, I'm showing you something. I don't want to leave the ladies out, but I want you to be engaged with me here. Here's the point I'm making. I went down this aisle and asked all of you about your future. Most of y'all talked about playing basketball and sports, but that's not even the top thing that makes the money. The money is made by the investors. Who make more money, Michael Jordan or the owner of the Chicago Bulls? Oh, why? Why?
He owns the team.
I want y'all to think. But no one said anything about owning around the state with them. I heard maybe one person, two people. No one talks about owning. We talk about playing basketball. Why can't you own the team? We don't never talk like that because we're not taught to think owning. You got the ability to do this. Something about you already that stands out. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot. But I see certain leaders amongst leaders, which means when you do something, it influences everybody else. Some people have a gift of leadership, which means you do something and everybody follows it, whether it's good or bad, which means you have more influence with this room than I would have. So a good teacher finds out the leaders in the room and empowers them to be the leaders. Michael Jordan works for Nike. What does that mean? Talk to me. Raise your hand.
He's owned by Nike. He can't wear nothing else but Nike.
Talk to me. All right, what else? What else? Why is that statement deep? Michael Jordan, listen y'all, listen to me, works for Nike. Why is that statement deep?
Because they thought he owned his own company.
What else, y'all? Talk to me. Come on, girl. What does that mean? Why is that big? Why am I saying that statement? Who got more money? Nike or Michael Jordan?
Nike.
Oh, so no matter, go ahead.
Because Nike got a lot of money, but they got a lot of players that signed him.
Nike been around since we wasn't even born.
What's that sign here?
A Nike check.
What's this here?
Like,
Who got Nikes now? We got Nikes on? Who got Nikes now? Now look. Now look. Now look at Zion, which right now, the player's hurt right now. Zion is hurt. Y'all know that, right? The NBA player, Zion, is hurt. Y'all know that, right? But y'all to get that. One of the greatest basketball players that got drafted is right now with a major injury. Okay? But y'all to hear me. That's what I talked about when you hurt your knee. What else you gonna do? So you got a Nike sign. And now to ask you a question. Can I take that sign and put that on my sneaker and call it Mikey? I could do it, right? But I could. But is it the same thing as Nike? No. All right. So it's not the same what? Product. So someone look at my sneaker and say, I'm not buying that. That's a Mikey. That's a Mikey. So my sneaker may cost $19.95, but they charge like $200 for a pair of sneakers because of the what? The brand. So no matter how much Michael Jordan made, he's still owned by who?
Nike.
Talk to me, y'all.
Nike.
All right, which means that why are we so eager to work with somebody and don't think ownership? Go.
Because they think they're going to make a lot of money.
Okay? Okay? Nike is $1 billion corporation. They gave Michael Jordan stocks in the company. All right? I want you to think about this. You think Michael Jordan made most of his money playing basketball or after basketball?
After basketball.
Y'all smart. Y'all smart.
But don't you own the Charlotte Hornets?
Portion. He don't own it. He's what you call he owned a share of the company. He don't own it. He share. Say it again. It's half.
He owns half.
Not I'm gonna say half. When you own a company, you get stocks or shares. We buy into the company. The big guys up front who own most of the shares, most who own the company. See, and a lot of times when I start talking to young people, This is the conversation that don't come up because we think about shooting hoops and playing baseball. When the smart guy in the background said, yeah, y'all go ahead and play. I'm gonna write the check. He said, you're gonna be my guard, you're gonna be my center, but I got to come because my sons and daughters own the company. Y'all gonna work for me. See, that's why I asked this question and find out what your mentality is. And here's the sad part. Now, I go to some schools, and I went to a school maybe 6 months ago, and I was sitting with some other people, some other young folk in another community. And one guy said, I want to be an investment banker. He said, I want to own my own ships. I want to create my own computer. And I talk to my people, they'd be like, basketball, football, sports, where everybody even make the sport. My nephew, Marcus McDuffie, was the star player for Wichita State last year, leading scorer, led the team in scoring, wasn't even drafted. 6'9", he wasn't even drafted. Led the team in scoring, tall guy, 6'9", still growing. You know, I said, God, you thought this guy would get drafted? They didn't even draft him. So of course I got to encourage my nephew. If you look on your phone, look up Marcus McDuffie. He played Wichita State. He used to play for Bob Hurley, who used to coach in Jersey City over at St. Anthony's, the last team before they closed the school. I used to pray and minister with his coach, our family. But the deep thing was he missed the NBA. But guess what happened? The Hungarian league, signed him up. So he went over to play in international. So they gave him his own apartment, all right? He don't have to pay no rent. He gets a certain check, but he was leading scoring over there. So the coach said, you're not going to even be here this long. The NBA going to come get you. So though he had a setback, it's a setup for what? A comeback. So sometimes your goals might be, I want to do an NBA goal, but then you may go over here and do something else. Don't lose sight of where you want to go because there will be setbacks. You got certain goals you want to reach, but they might not unfold like you want them to. But the key thing is you got to focus. You can't allow peer pressure to kill you. You can't get no record. You got to be committing crime at 17, 18 years old and get a record. It's not going to work, man. You gotta get a hold right now with some things at the age of 13 and 14 and make major changes. What I love about this lady here, that Cinderella, trying to be controlled by her mother. Y'all with me? My brother in the great. Y'all with me? My brother over there in the great hood. Keep on up, man. You encourage your brother. Tremaine wants to control. All right, y'all with me? Sister stuck up. Other sisters are following. What was it about Cinderella that stood out? Anybody? Raise your hand.
She didn't care what they said about her.
Okay, consider again.
She didn't care what they said about her.
Okay, carry on. What was Cinderella doing throughout the picture? You know Cinderella. Talk to me. Say it again. Huh? Did her own thing. What else she did?
She was singing the animals.
Wait a minute. I want to write this down. So she was
Singing the animals and stuff.
I said she was singing.
Cleaning.
What else was she doing? Cleaning. What else was Cinderella?
Sit up, Laquan.
What else was she doing? Come on, son, sit up. Come on, y'all. Come on, stay with me. Okay, make your body get up. You got to listen. You only get sleepy when you get information. You get information, your body tells you don't listen because something wants to keep you in bondage. Waken yourself because this information is going to be good for you and your peers around you.
And sewing. Sewing.
Well, I'll include that with this part here. But something else about Cinderella stood out. She was what?
Independent.
She was beautiful. Now look at me. Laughing at her, right? So look, she was singing, cleaning, and beautiful. Cleaning stands for she was serving. Singing is she was practicing her gift.
She just looked.
Beautiful means that this is who she is. Look at this. She was singing, that's her gift. Cleaning, she's serving, and she embraced who she was. And being that she did these three things, these folks was hating on her. Look, Tremaine, her two sisters are hating on her because she's fine as ever. She clean because she can serve, and she got a gift. Many of you in this room, you got a gift to play basketball, baseball, whatever, right? But the problem is you're not serving. That's why you always call them to doing something dumb. Serve. What does the word serve mean? Somebody talk to me. What does serve mean? Talk to me. Oh, stretching. All right, this is stretching.
Help the community out.
I like that. Help the community out. What else? What you just did a few minutes ago, you said, wake the guy up. That's a type of servant. That means you're considered, you're concerned about your fellow brothers and your fellow sisters. How can you serve your parents? Somebody.
Clean up the house.
Clean the house. What else? Talk to me. What's your mother, father, or parents say to you that you refuse to do or you struggle with? Talk to me.
Wait, I thought we was doing the other stuff.
Do the other one. I think I'm gonna cut you off. No, what you gonna say?
Oh, I was helping them cook.
Help them cook. That's serving. What else? Serving. Take out the garbage. What else?
Don't get in trouble at
Cleaning
school.
dishes.
Don't get in trouble at school. Okay. You know what's so great about Cinderella? That girl stayed on her game, even when Aunt Tremaine is treating her rough and nasty. Sisters were nasty to her, disrespectful. But when you see the cartoon, she's always serving, cleaning, singing, she's sewing, she's fine. She continues to be who she is, although everybody around her is trying to control her and manipulate her.
She don't let them break her down.
I like that. But how many of y'all let folk break you down? Raise your hand, talk to me. Who in this room let folk break them down? Talk to me.
Man, tell me I'm not nothing, I'm trash, I'm not worth it. Like, people like, they want to fight for no reason. They don't care about their life, so they want other people to feel miserable.
I hear you. Powerful thing, man. Powerful thing. And I think we find ourselves sometimes, young people, in that same predicament. We are Cinderella, and we let people around us pull us down, you know, to make us feel less. Who in this room, you've kind of felt like you was picked on, and it affected you? Raise your hand. Anybody? Okay, one person. Who else? Who feel it? Did you call names, and you felt discouraged? Talk to me. Why you got your hand up? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why? Did you raise your hand? Give me an incident or an example of what. You don't want to? Don't want to? Okay, all right. I'm not gonna force you. Anybody? Go ahead.
Somebody trying to discourage you.
Discourage you. Okay, I like to hear that. You know, when I was at Eastside High School, I graduated in 1981. They used to call me a geek. Who are you? Do they use the term geek anymore?
No.
What's the word they use now? When you corny or not corny? What do you call it?
Retard.
They go
Span.
whack. Well, when I was at Eastside, I wasn't part of the basketball team. I wasn't a sporting guy.
You was a nerd.
I was like, yeah, no nerd, right? I went to school. I got my A's and B's. I wasn't part of the in crowd. I was invited to parties, but I didn't never win, you know. And so I was in this group called, I'm not in the cool group, so I was left out of the group until about my senior year, when I had an encounter with Christ at Junior, and I started doing a lot of spiritual stuff, and I created my own group. So when folks left me out, I started my own. So that's part of what happens when you are rejected. It puts you in a position to start your own. Go ahead, son.
Like the rapper, Cimarron, he got this gang. It's called Scum Gang.
Talk to me.
Like, it's called Society Can't Understand Me. Like, some people don't understand what it means.
Go ahead.
So he's trying to tell them, like, doesn't mean anything bad. It's like people at society can't understand.
Wow. You know what? It would be so great if people took on the mentality of this is who God made me to be. And if I bother you because of who I am, then you deal with that. It's almost like we have to change ourselves to be like someone else to get accepted. When really God made you beautiful in His sight, and He wants you to be who you are, as long as it's positive, as long as it's bringing something great to the table. But some of us, we kind of like follow the wrong example. And we know it's wrong in our heart to do. We just do it because it gets us attention. You know, but what I love about this girl here on The Boy Cinderella, this girl was fixed. She was set. And what I like about the picture, how many saw Cinderella cry in the picture? Why was she crying? Somebody. Why was Cinderella crying? You might saw the movie. Why?
She didn't feel like she didn't feel like nothing. She felt like she wasn't loved.
Okay. What made her cry in the picture? Anybody? She saw it. Why Cinderella crying?
I think because they let her go to the ball.
They let her go to the ball. You know how psychologically that did her? She looked good, right? Who Who fixed the dresses?
Fairy.
Who made the dresses for Aunt Tremaine? She did. She used her hand and the animals too on the Walt Disney edition. They all made the dress, so she fixed one for herself. Remember she fixed one for herself?
Yeah, and that just got ripped up.
Who ripped it? Oh, and who? And the mother.
She told him to do it.
Why they rip it?
Because she looked too good for them.
Look better. Who in this room here sometimes feel that folks are jealous because of your looks? Or jealous of your game? Or jealous? Come on, be honest. Amen. And you've seen the result of people being jealous. Why are folks jealous? Why are folks get jealous?
They can't have it.
Huh? They're not you. Beautiful.
They
Huh?
can't have it.
They can't have it. What else?
They ugly just like how they call me ugly.
Okay. So this jealousy thing, this envious thing, will it ever go away, or will you have to deal with this in life?
You gotta deal with it.
Why?
It can make you stronger.
It happens, right? Society, right? It's around you.
What doesn't kill you make you stronger?
Say it again.
What doesn't kill you make you stronger?
What doesn't kill you make you stronger? Real powerful, man. That's a good saying. And that's why her name is, watch this, Cinderella, which stands for building blocks. That's why it's called Cinderella, which means she's going to survive all the stuff that you put her through, and she's going to come out on top. Your greatest enemy is when you quit.
Your greatest enemy is your greatest friend.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's right, because the enemy is a friend gone bad. But let me take it even deeper. Some of the folks you hang out with on the block, even might be in this room, could be your enemy. Because they're not encouraging you to do better. You smoking weed, they smoking weed. You vaping, they vaping. You cutting class, they cutting class. Someone got away from, yo, man, I'm not cutting class. I'm going to get my grade. I'm not doing that. Why don't we stand up? Because we like for everybody to do this to us, right? But sometimes you got to say, you know what, man, I got to go home and study now. I know you want to hang out in the box with the girls, but I got a math test tomorrow. I got to go get this thing together. Well, why don't we stand up? Why don't we stand out in our friends? Why don't we stand out? Why? We want acceptance. This girl wants acceptance. Cinderella, she wants acceptance. But no one's accepting her. Her mom's a control freak who's half mother. You got a sister that's stuff. She's the oldest. She should be covering Cinderella. Cinderella going through all this hell. Watch this, y'all. Yes, she's still practicing her gift. She's still serving. And she's still fine as the Dickens. Why do we become ugly when other folks are ugly? Why do we stop serving because you don't serve? And why aren't you practicing your gift? I asked this brother here, and I'm not putting you on the spot, but I'm just trying to make it plain. Do y'all know who the Marines are? Do y'all know who are the Marines? What makes the Marines different than the Army? Talk to me, son.
No, they serve on water.
Go. They help. But why they call Marines like that group that's really the toughest out of all the armed forces? Well,
They fight for our country.
fight for our country, but all of them do. But what makes the Marines different? Because when it's a national disaster, guess they send first? Marines. Marines are supposed to be like this, like the top, the elite group. Elite group. They're like they supposed to be like the toughest. You know more about this, maybe I do, officer. What makes the Marines different than the others?
They're just more like on the front lines. They are the first ones to get called.
Wow.
And when they go, they go.
They go.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, man. And I'm just be straight with you. Some of us are going to armed forces for all the wrong reasons. To get a college degree, hang out. Man, when it's time to go to war, I mean, you got to be down, man. You got to be in shape. You got to be ready. People tell me to play basketball, baseball, and I ask folk all the time, how many times do you practice? Once a month. Huh? Really? Once a month?
No.
How many hours? Did y'all? Let me give you some stuff about Cinderella. All right. Once you get this, watch this, Zion. When I watched the cartoon of Cinderella, this is very important. Cinderella is crying, cleaning at the same time. These folks are treating so wrong, so bad. Crying and cleaning, crying and serving, crying, which means she never stops practicing. She don't give in. She don't quit, because what your enemies want you to do is quit, throw in the towel, drop out of school, keep smoking weed, kill your lungs, don't work out, don't take care of your body. How are you going to make it to the ball and get your kingdom? You're going to be cut down by these very same people you call your friends. This is a scary thing when I see 12 and 13-year-old kids carrying guns, dropping out of class. I went outside on the Ave the other day on 10th Ave. I saw kids outside. I pulled up. I said, yo, y'all ain't got no school. Yeah. They look at me. You know what? They were cutting class. They expect the reverend to get out and ask them, what school you go to? I said, I'm going to find out where you cutting class at because I know your mom and daddy don't know you out here at 11 o'clock in the morning hanging out in the Ave. You're cutting class. So I'm the type of pastor that park a car down and start talking. I met these other guys up in some room someplace. You can get mad all you want. I'll go with you to your house. Because I really think it's a problem when you're supposed to be in your school serving, getting your grades on, but you let these people influence you. Cinderella got to say, you know what? I'm not going to be in 8th grade forever. I'm not going to be 7th grade. I got to get my stuff on. You're playing me Marines, that they have the cleanest lungs. You got to work out. You got to start jogging. You got to get that thing together. I'm not going to put you on the spot yet, but you
Better not.
I won't, but you will be saying something. But I'm trying to tell you, if you don't work out, take care of your body, don't talk to me about all the stuff you plan on doing. Larry Bird, I've been using this before your time. Who knows who Larry Bird is? Who's Larry Bird? Talk to me.
He's one of the greatest small forwards of all time.
He plays in the Celtics.
He was an all-time
better
Celtic.
than anybody in it.
He's the best.
Best shooter ever.
Larry Bird would come to an NBA court at his own Boston stadium, shoot a jumper, and then would know that the rim wasn't at the proper level. Listen, Mike, listen to me. He would call the owner of the Boston Celtics gym and say, the rim is not 10 feet, something's off. And they would go and measure and find out that the gym rim wasn't all the way up. It wasn't at the 10 feet level. It was at 9.5. Larry Bird was that focused on his game. In his house, he was not allowed to carry his basketball. What do I mean by that?
He was going to be practicing too much in his house.
His mother and father, they would not allow him to carry the ball. What he had to do in the house? Dribble. Which means his parents allowed him to dribble the ball at 5, 6 years old around the house playing basketball. But you go, time for dinner, Larry. I'm on my way. Time for school, because I'm going to get ready for school. He dribbled at 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, which means he was playing basketball like 3, 4 years old. This guy was on top of his game. Do y'all know when Tiger Woods started playing golf? How old was he? Talk to me, somebody.
I don't even know. I don't watch that.
Oh,
I know Tiger Woods, like 5.
Let's go down low. 2, 3. You got a book called The Train a Tiger. His father gave him a club, Tommy Crawling. When at 3 years old, he hitting things at 3. He beating folk at 12. You know what happened? The sooner you know, the faster you go. Which means a lot of y'all in trouble because you're going to lose time. You're going to awaken. Let it get it together. Now you're 50. I'm going to get it together. Now you're 60. Get it together at 13, 12. My folk in my community, man, we know nothing about investments, nothing about money. All we know is basketball and sports. We don't know ownership. We don't stocks and bonds. We don't know owning property. We're not thinking about owning communities. We're thinking about getting jobs. You're supposed to create them and make them. We're so far behind. We're supposed to be in them books, studying them books, getting our grades together. We got to get ourselves. If we don't get ourselves together, we're so far behind. I get fired up because folks talk about basketball. But I remember my brother Derek coaching Marcus. He had Marcus' backyard shooting jumpers, left-hand jumpers, right-hand jumpers. Marcus, like 6 years old. He was hitting jumpers 30 feet out at 7 years old. And you do it for hours to Derek. What you doing? He said, I'm going to the backyard. Take balls, throw it. Marcus was shooting, jumping, then close his eyes and shoot free throws. Michael Jordan just would close his eyes and would walk off the court and practice till he shot at least 100 in a row. We don't have that practice ethic. We got this thing hanging out on the block, cutting class. Don't tell me you're going to play NBA ball. You're not working out. Don't tell me to be a dentist. You're not studying. It don't work like that. And now we got this thing, I got arrested. I got locked up. I got a bracelet on. Like, it's cool with a bracelet on. And these guys sitting in front of me. I was taking them to their school thing. They both got bracelets, bragging on how long the bracelet is on the ankle. Bragging about it. Like a trophy. Mine been on a month. Yo, man, I did too much. You're bragging that a bracelet is on your ankle? You bragging about it? That's not an honor. That's perverted. That's twisted. This girl
girl here, listen, got the preacher coming out of me. This girl here, I adore this woman because she could have said, Rev, I'm cutting class because Tremaine messing with me. I cursed the teacher out because my sister stuck up. I dropped out of school because my sister. She don't let none of this stop her from singing, clinging, and being beautiful. And here was the major thing that made her finally break down. And listen to me, this is very important. I want you to get this. This is very deep. She went and made all the dresses for Tremaine and her two sisters. But the psychological damage was this: she had made her own dress. And all of them decked out because of her gift. She served all of them. And then when it was time for her to go, her mom, her stepmom, stripped her of the dress. Huh? Remember? Locked her in the room. And these little heifers, forgive me, these little heifers here, gonna get in their little caboose, their little horse and chariot, and make it to the ball, because at the ball, the king and queen trying to get a wife for the prince. Because whoever gets the prince becomes wealthy. Whoever marries the prince comes into royalty. So the king and queen wants to position the prince to find the right woman to marry. Y'all with me so far? Y'all with me, right? Y'all with me? I'm trying to show you. Whoever gets into position is the one that will make it. Sometimes it's not the best player that makes the team.
The best team that makes the player.
Oh, the best team that makes the player. I like that. But it also means who you know. Y'all know, y'all seen people play ball. You be like, now you know what? I play better than them. Come on, be honest. You ever heard someone sing on stage? You say, yo, my girl sing better than that? Have you ever saw someone on stage and you know they can't sing, but they're making millions of dollars? Because they met someone that what? That knows somebody. You know, you see this thing all the time. You see this whole picture here of people that get into certain what? Positions. That girl, y'all with me? That girl got locked up in the closet, and these.
Some carry.
Huh?
Some carry.
Yeah. But how many of y'all feel the same way? Someone trying to lock you down, trying to block you, trying to trip you up. We just talked about your Reverend Marcus. You know, because you know all the kids here. Most of them. You know? So here we go. Watch this. Because Reverend Marcus, you're going to take up in a few minutes on Cinderella. So here, tie right in. So here it is here. Here it is. Watch this. Cinderella, although she's beautiful, cleaning and singing, all she wants to do is go to the ball. She's not even interested in the prince. She just want to go. And her mother and her two sisters are blocking her. She in a closet, locked up someplace. Can't even go. And they left her like that. They left her by herself. Left her by herself. Some of y'all feel like you by yourself. Your dad wasn't there. Watch this, y'all. Your mom wasn't there. And you feel alone. You know? That's a common thing in our city. Dysfunction families. And then what God will do is send you people like a Reverend Marcus or a Mashan or a Reverend McDuffie that will step in and say, I know your mom and dad was there, but we're going to try to help you. We're going to reach out to help you. We're going to come to the school and put together a program to be the encouragement. I know your dad didn't come to your game, but we're going to send a Reverend Marcus to your game. And what happened is you get that encouragement to fight. That girl got a dress stripped, peeled off, and they're going to leave that girl sitting there like that. And they're going to go to the party and be dancing. Why the girl home crying? I don't care. I don't care. People are nasty. People are mean-hearted. And the girl, Cinderella, never strikes back, never says anything negative about her stepmother, never says nothing about, but all she does was cry. And finally those animals let her out, and she get down by this place of water, and all of a sudden this thing show up called the fairy godmother show up. Now, the deep thing is that this woman shows up to connect her to her destiny. And I want you to realize that the reason why you meet these people around the table, if you learn how to connect with people, you'll be amazed what you can have when you see them 10, 20 years later. I met people from Eastside High School who graduated with me, 1981. Some of them are dead from drugs, crack addiction. I know a woman who had straight A's in school, never missed one day out of school, got involved with the wrong guy and took her from Cinderella to crack addiction. She died at an early age, and though she was a straight A student, so getting A's all the time isn't it either. She lacked common sense. She got involved with the wrong person. So I've seen the good, I saw the bad, I saw the ugly, but then I meet people I have not seen in 30 years in their own companies, their own corporations, and they'll say, McDuffie, man, you were such good to me in high school. God, come on, man, come on. My wife and I went to a restaurant on Route 46 maybe a few years ago, and there was a long line out the building on a Friday night, and we were standing in line, and some guy comes out the restaurant, watch me, hey, come looking, come down, looking. Some guy come looking, come down, come looking, look. And me and my wife just sitting there like that, and he walks up to me and say, you Mr. McDuffie? I said, yeah. So he said, we got a seat for you. I said, oh, shoot. Called you from the back of the line, called you all the way inside, and gave me a seat with my wife at a table. So I said, oh, shoot, who can respond? I couldn't believe it. A guy come up the back, assistant manager, he said, McDuffie, you preached to me in the youth detention center. I got my life right. I got a wife and a family. I'm the assistant manager. I saw you in the back with the braids, and I knew that was you. I said, go get that guy, bring him here. He sat me down, paid for my meal, and spoiled me. That's because I understand relationship. See, sometimes when you see people you don't know, the smart thing is get their name and number and stay connected to them. Because all of you are going to get older and you're going to own your own business, your own corporation. If you make friends now, you don't know how you're going to need them later. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. This Cinderella thing is so true, man. Relationships is everything. Keep them. Learn them. When I walk in here today, I mentioned Reverend Marcus' name, and most of you say, I know Reverend Marcus. He has impacted you to no end. That means there's a relationship. Don't break relationship. Learn to connect with people. You know why I go around and touch everybody and talk to people? Because one day you might take care of me. I might be coming to your game with me. I said, I knew him when he was this, that. You signed your $10 million contract. Come on, talk to me, somebody. So I'm trying to teach you. You got to learn to master relationships. Learn who around you. Take down names and numbers. You know what I mean? You got to date them and go out with them. I want to stay in touch with you. If you're a Marine, gonna make it the Marines, you might go over there and save someone that be part of my family. Relationships is the key to everything. I'm coming out here. The Marcus come up. The deep thing is this. We want to get to the party. The fairy godmother shows up and says, I'm going to send you to the party, but you're not going in them clothes. I'm going to change your clothes. I'm going to change your attitude. I'm going to change your mindset. I'm going to give you a real encounter. Today, I'm the fairy godmother to y'all. I want you to change your clothes, change your attitude, and change your mindset. I don't want you back no more in any negativity. I want you in class. I want you to get them grades right. I want you to go home and tell your mother and father, I'm tired of rebelling against you. If my curfew's 10 o'clock, I'll be at 9:58. I want you to make some major changes today. You want to play football, basketball, be a dentist? I want you to get them books. I want you to study. If you're vaping, stop vaping. Killing your lungs. Killing you. Worst thing you can do. I'm sorry, I'm going to give it to you straight. My father had cancer, smoking cigarettes since 8th grade. Got cancer at 50-something years, 60-something years old. Stopped smoking, and the stuff caught up to him. Had to remove his prostate. I'm dealing with a father with cancer. My mother-in-law got cancer of the brain. I'm between 3 households and still come out here to see y'all. Because I believe when I talk to y'all, I'm going to save somebody. I'm going to help somebody do something positive. I want you to go back and impact your school. I want the principal to see the change. I want the teacher to see. I want them to know that the police department and these young people came together and did something positive. I'm tired of people shooting people. Sick of it. You're killing Cinderellas. You're killing potential. 13-year-old kid, KK, gone. Family disrupted from the ground up. Young kid. God. Guns. Turn the guns in. They got a program now you can turn the gun in and even get paid. Bring them, drop it. I don't want to do this no more. Cinderella, all she want to do, Reverend Marcus, is get to the ball. She want to get to the ball, and they won't let her get to the ball. But then a woman shows up and sends her with another ride. Sometimes the plan you plan to take don't turn out the way you want, but there's another plan. There's another way to go. That girl got decked up, got dressed, got her new clothes, and then the fairy godmother gave her this. She said, everything is yours until 12 o'clock. When that clock strikes 12, get your butt out of there because everything is going back to normal. When Cinderella showed up at the party, what time do you think she got there? Was she on time? She was late. 10 to 11. She was late, which means sometimes getting there on time, in some instances, may not be as important as we think. Why do folks go to parties late?
So they don't show up too early.
What else? Why do people show up at parties late? Or at the club late?
So people will think they like decent to go to the party.
Let me show you something. Watch this. Oh, watch it. What I just did?
In and out.
Huh?
In and out.
Why did y'all notice me?
Out and in.
Why did y'all notice me?
Education came in late.
Why folk come late to the party?
So everybody noticed.
When you walk in by yourself, everybody tends to look at the door. If Cinderella had came in with her stepsisters, she would have been with everybody else. When I came in by myself, y'all, all eyes were what? On me. When folks come late to parties and dance halls, they want their outfit to be shown off. They want you to see them. If you came with everybody else, you're normal. When you stand outside everybody else, they see you by yourself. My style is unique. Me being a pastor, 6'5", wearing braids. I don't wear choke collars. I just don't. I just stand out, be who I am, and I stand out from everybody else. See, what happens is peer pressure reduces you to everybody else. When you stand out by yourself, when folks reject you, that's okay. There's another way to prosperity, another way to victory. This lady showed up late to the party, late, and still got the blessing. Because when she walked in, what did the prince do? When he looked over, because all the other girls in the prince face said, "See, you see me? Look, you see me? You see me?" The prince was standing here, right? When Cinderella walks in, he stops. He looks out the door. What happened?
He asked her to dance.
He asked her to dance. She didn't ask him. He walks over to her and says, "Yo, Beyonce has steroids. Come over here. Come over here." And takes her and starts dancing with her. And what are these two doing? What are they doing?
Jealousy.
They don't know who she is because she's so well dressed and so made up. They don't even recognize her. You know what? You can make such a change that your teachers, your school, your principals will say, "That's not the same girl. That's not the same guy. There's something major. I can't remember. That's not the same person." Because they met someone that gave them a new direction. So while she's sitting there, and the prince and the king and queen is feeling this, because they look at the prince, look at him, and they dancing. But here's the problem. Cinderella got so caught up in the romantic moment, she forgot about what?
The time.
Time management is what will kill most of us. Because you don't learn something at 13. It took you 20 years to get it right, so you learned it at 46. If you learned it at 3 years old, we would have to deal with it at 7 years old. See, the sooner you know, the faster you go. See, the wasted time is what kills us. I asked a Jewish young man in Teaneck at 12 years old, how much was he worth? And the 12-year-old kid told me, "My father got $30,000 from me in an account I can't get until I'm 19, 18. I said, "You already got $10,000? Yeah, when I was in my mama's womb, my father already had money set aside in an interest-bearing account. So by the time I'm 20, I had close to 40, 50,000 by the age of 19 or 18. So I'll take that $10,000 out, buy my own shop, open my own beauty salon, and put money back in my account," which means his parents are already ahead of the game. See, when y'all was born, your father had unpaid loans, no job, locked up in jail. So you on SSI, your family, Section 8 became lifetime 9, you know? So you far behind. So now you 12 years old, cutting class, that cycle keeps going. Someone got to break the cycle. Someone got to be the Cinderella that get it together. Cinderella leaves, goes home, she's crying because she kind of messed up because she forgot what time it was. She goes back to her own stuff. She goes back to singing and cleaning. But this time, things have changed because the prince does not wait for her to come to him. He go look for her. Stop being so hungry for people to love. Stop looking for love in all the wrong places. Wait, the prince will come looking for you. And when he gets to the house, he take that shoe and put it on all the different feet. And we'll come to find out, one lady got the shoe on, but this time she was walking. She got the shoe on. She said, it fit. No, it wasn't fitting. You try to make it fit. It don't fit like that. When you are jealous and envious of what someone has and you fight to get it, when you finally get it illegally, it don't fit. You want it to fit you. If the shoe don't fit, you must acquit. The shoe gotta fit. When the shoe fit, he said, you're my bride, you're my wife, and you are the one for me. She marries into royalty. Look at me, look at me. She marries into royalty, and now they have a what? Kingdom. Rich, wealthy, and powerful. What do you think Tremaine and her sister saying now? Oh, I'm sorry. What is it? They sick. Apologize. Oh, Cinderella, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Can I work for you? Can I come to your game now? Give me some front row tickets, huh? Can I come to your concert? Oh my God. All the bad stuff they did, Cinderella just lived. And her prosperity brought them to shame. What comes on goes on. That's right, brother. Got that right, Zion. Can't have a name like Zion and live in the valley. Zion means a high mountain. Let me say it one more time. Can't have a name like Zion and live in the valley. Zion means on top of a mountain. That means you got a high responsibility. While I'm flowing, I want Reverend Marcus to come up and take it from here because I just feel we've been in a flow. You have to just come on, let God use you. Stay with us.